Well, hello again. We're getting ready to do math, and this time we're doing lesson 133 on pages 245 and 246. We're going to be adding and subtracting fractions today. So here we have 1/6 plus 3/6. The 6 in the denominator tells us that all of the pieces are the same size. When all of the pieces are the same size, we can simply add the numerators together. So 1 plus 3 is 4. 1/6 plus 3/6 is equal to 4/6. How about this one? 2/8 plus 4/8. Again, you see the denominator is 8 in both fractions. That means the pieces are the same size. So we can simply add the number of special pieces from the numerator and get our answer. In this case, 2 plus 4 is 6. So the answer is 6/8. Let's try another one. 3/7 plus 1/7 plus 2/7. Oh, this looks a little more complicated, but not really. Because once again, if we look in the denominator, what do you see? The denominator in all three of those fractions is a 7. That means that we can simply add the numerators together and get our answer. 3 plus 1 plus 2 is 6, and so the answer is 6/7. Here's a problem for you. Mrs. McCall's class had a pizza party on Friday. 3/8 of the pepperoni pizza was left, 5/8 of the cheese pizza, and 3/8 of the sausage pizza. How much pizza was left? Well, all of the pizzas were cut into 8 pieces. And there were 3 pieces left of the pepperoni, and 5 of the cheese, and 3 of the sausage. So we just need to add the numerators, 5 plus 3 plus 3, and we get 11/8. That looks like a strange problem, a strange fraction. Do you notice something special about that fraction? The numerator is larger than the denominator. That means we have an improper fraction. So if we had 11 pieces of pizza left, we could move some pieces of pizza into one box, and we could fill up that box until there were 8 pieces. Then we would have one whole pizza left. How many individual pieces of pizza would be left? Well, there would be 3 pieces left in addition to the one whole pizza. So that means we would have 1 3/8 pizzas left. 11 pieces of pizza left means we have one whole pizza and 3 more pieces of another box. All right. Let's try another one. 1/6 plus 4/6 plus 5/6. We add them all together. Because the denominators are the same, we can add the numerators, and we get 10/6. Now, if you think about pizzas again, that means we have some pizzas that were divided into sixths, and we have 10 pieces left. If we combine some of the pieces together, and we put 6 pieces in each box, that means we would have one whole pizza, plus we would have 4/6 of another pizza, and the answer then would be 1 4/6 pieces or pizzas left. I'll try it again. 8/10 plus 3/10 plus 5/10. Again, the denominators are the same, so all we need to do is add the numerators. 8 plus 3 plus 5 gives us 16/10. And again, we're going to rename this as a mixed number. It's an improper fraction the way it is. We want to rename it as a mixed number. So how many of the 16/10 is equal to 1 whole? Well, that would be 10. So if we make a big 1 like this, 10/10 would be 1 whole. And you can see 10/10 is the same as 1. And then we would have 6 more pieces left, 6/10 left. So our answer would be 1 and 6/10. 1 and 6/10. Let's try another one. 7/9 plus 7/9. Again, the denominators are the same, so we add the numerators, and we get 14/9. Again, we have we have an improper fraction, and we want to rename it as a mixed number. How many of the 14/9 is equal to 1 whole? Well, 9/9 would be equal to 1 whole, so there would be 5/9 left over. So our answer would be 1 and 5/9. You catching on? Let's try another one. 2/4 plus 3/4, added together, we get 5/4. Again, we have an improper fraction. We want to change it to a mixed number. So how many fourths would equal 1 whole? Remember our names for 1? 4/4 is the same as 1, and we would have 1/4 left over. So our answer would be 1 and 1/4. Now, let's try subtracting some fractions. Once again, if the denominators are the same, we can just subtract the numerator and we have our answer. So 6/9 minus 4/9 would be equal to 2/9. 7/8 minus 2/8, subtract the 2 from the 7, and we get 5. Put it over top of the 8, 5/8. 5/7 minus 1/7 gives us, yes, 4/7. Now, what if we want to subtract a fraction from 1? Well, remember our names for 1? What's a name for 1 that has a 6 in the denominator? You're right, 6/6. So if we rename that 1 as another name for 1, we can easily subtract 6/6 minus 5/6 is equal to 1/6. Let's try another one. 1 minus 3/4. Again, think to yourself, what's another name for 1 that has a 4 in the denominator? 4/4 has a 4 in the denominator, so we can just subtract the numerator. 4/4 minus 3/4 is equal to, if you said 1/4, you were correct. Good job. All right, let's put this into practice. This morning, Micah collected 1 pound of aluminum cans to recycle. Alexandra collected only 3/4 of a pound. How much heavier were Micah's cans than Alexandra's? Well, it looks like we're comparing two things, and when we compare, it usually means we're going to subtract. So, the 1 pound of cans that Micah collected, and we want to know how much heavier they were than the ones Alexandra collected, so we're going to subtract her 3/4 of a pound from that. Oh, and to do that, remember we have to come up with another name for 1 that has a 4 in the denominator, which would be 4/4. 4/4 minus 3/4 is equal to 1/4. Micah's cans were 1/4 of a pound heavier than Alexandra's cans. So can you think of some other names for 1? How about 4/4 or 8/8 or 5/5 or 10/10? These kinds of fractions that have either an equal number or a larger number in the numerator as the denominator are called improper fractions. And we're going to be continuing to learn about how to deal with improper fractions. But now it's time for you to work on your page 245 and 246. If you get stuck, give me a call. I hope it goes well for you today. Goodbye.